Once upon a time in a bustling forest, there lived a squirrel named Sammy who had a rather peculiar obsession. He was absolutely convinced he could fly. Sammy was always watching the birds with envy as they flitted from branch to branch, and he spent most of his time trying to mimic their graceful movements. One day, Sammy decided he had finally perfected his flying technique. He climbed to the top of the tallest oak tree in the forest, puffed out his tiny chest, and announced to all his woodland friends below, "Watch me soar like an eagle." The forest animals gathered around, eager to see Sammy's grand flight. With a deep breath, Sammy launched himself from the tree. For a brief, glorious moment, he soared through the air with his little paws outstretched. But then reality set in. Sammy's flight turned into a wild, flailing tumble as he spun around and around. Down he came, landing with a soft thud into a pile of leaves. Dazed but determined, Sammy tried to brush off the dirt and act like he meant to do that. "See? I told you I could fly," he said with a forced grin. The animals couldn't help but giggle. The owl, wise and old, perched on a branch, called out, "Sammy, I think you're more of a skydiver than a flyer." Just then, a passing hawk swooped down and said, "If you're looking for advice, try using a parachute next time." Sammy's eyes lit up with a new idea. He ran off to find some materials to fashion his very own parachute. A few days later, Sammy reappeared with a colorful parachute made of leaves and spider silk. He climbed up another tree, ready for his next attempt. This time, as he leaped into the air, his parachute opened and he floated down like a feather. The forest erupted in cheers and applause. Sammy landed with a flourish, taking a bow. "I knew I could do it," he declared proudly. From then on, Sammy became the forest's parachute hero, and the animals looked forward to his aerial stunts with great anticipation. He may not have mastered flying, but he had certainly perfected the art of falling with style. And so, Sammy learned that sometimes, it's not about flying perfectly but about making the best of your unique talents and having a little fun along the way.